Friends, if you're looking for real old school laughs, you're in for a treat because we've got them right here. Flip City Magazine. Remember Mad Magazine? Then it went woke? Well, don't worry. Flip City has no chance of going woke. That's right. 4 times a year, you'll get an actual printed magazine full of jokes, stories, comics, and more, all about today's pop culture, entertainment, and woke politics. Flip City takes terrible entertainment trends we love to hate with hilarious parodies of Lord of the Rings, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Star Trek, Hunters, and more. Trust me when I say there is nothing else like Flip City on the market. So subscribe today. It will be delivered in print, or you can even get it digitally if you're one of those wacky Zoomers. Either way, follow our link and sign up today, and if you put in midnight, you get an extra 10% off. Check out Flip City Magazine today.
I got molested in a little boy's room.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
Good evening. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And the daddy mamas and the mama daddies and the whatever else is. Good evening and welcome to Midnight's Edge After Dark.
What's a daddy mama?
I don't know. Well, somebody who used to be a mommy but it's a daddy now. Or, you know, when... Here, do I sound much better now? I think my microphone was turned way down.
You sound the same as you did 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so that wasn't it. Okay. Everything sound good though? I'm fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything. Okay. Or like maybe if you have 2 mommies or 2 daddies and one of them plays that role, I guess.
Like a top and a bottom.
Something like that, yeah. You'll have that. But anyway, we're late because I was telling these guys the story of giving Sadie a bath yesterday, which was kind of funny. But I was assuming you were wanting me to tell everybody that story.
Well, there was a lot of information dropped right before the show started that I'm still dealing with.
Well, you had to deal with it and quick. That, of course, is Culture Casino. How you doing?
What information?
Just like my life dump I probably put on you guys just before the show.
No.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Yes.
How I have 2 hands and a mouth.
Well, that too. That's you. That's not my fault.
I was trying to...
I already know how you are, so...
Yeah.
What now?
She has no filter.
Why would I? It's not my channel. I'm literally never on my channel.
I
got nothing to lose.
She's like a koala in the rain.
No fucks given.
Okay, so they're saying I'm a little louder now than you guys. I just turned it down a little bit. Hopefully that'll even it out.
Okay, I'm still processing. It's fine.
That's your problem. You process this. So anyway, I was telling these guys before the show because so you're doing Mead Radio yesterday, and Sadie's been just acting all antsy. You know, I'm sure she's had that stupid cone on her head forever. I felt bad for her, so I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on with her? Because she's been laying in the bathroom, and she never goes in the bathroom. So I go in there, and she goes over by the bathtub, so I'm assuming, okay, she wants a bath. So I ask her, and sure as shit, she jumps right in the bath.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, she does. She likes baths. So I'm like, all right. And I'm sure she just feels grubby and grimy, so I'm like, all right. So I went and got her shampoo, and I gave her a bath, and everything was fine until I was telling you how I tried to shut her in the bathroom by herself to shake off. And as I was trying to scooch out the door, she scooches between me and the door, and comes out here in the hallway and starts to shake off on all my comic books and toys and shit. I was so upset. It's like, no, I swear, like, God damn it. My
Yeah, and
mic
then
was
if
open. It was
anyone
hilarious.
Yeah, if anyone was listening to Mead Radio, we heard Tom.
She had fun.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, we have Paul. Happy Father's Day, Paul.
Happy Father's Day.
Hi. Yes. Hello, Six. Hello, Culture. Hello, Tom. So I just saw the post and I went, okay, let's see what's going on. I just got here at our friend's place.
How's the remodel going?
Yeah, how's that all going?
It's gonna take another week. So
I'm kind of
At
freaked out
least.
right now because Paul's just a floating head. That's the old camouflage joke. That's a dad joke, y'all.
is
Oh,
it?
I
That's
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. So
Whenever I used to wear camouflage as a kid, everybody, I can't see you. Where are you?
oh, I see. That's good. We're just couch surfing at different friends' houses.
Well, at least they're nice enough to let you steal their internet.
And
I think
talk
that's-
to us.
You're not really
And
on the
talk to
couch,
you.
though.
Or me.
He's really subdued, though, because you can
What
tell he's
did-
out of friends. He's behaving.
What did I interrupt?
Well,
I was
apparently-
telling a bath story for Sadie, but what were you
A
saying, Culture?
riveting bastard.
and Six has 2 hands and a mouth, which I'm still reeling from.
You need to let it go.
I wish I could.
Chat, particularly the members, do you guys think that Tom should record our pre-live stream chat
Nobody's
Oh,
hearing
gosh.
that stuff.
to,
Culture would sue me.
and you could release it as members only? I think that would be a great perk for the members.
That's more than members only. That's more like OnlyFans.
This is probably true. It's probably true.
It's not that bad. I think
Some-
it would be interesting.
Some days it is. We get canceled for half the shit we say behind the scenes.
I wouldn't.
No, Al. I don't know about that.
Like I said before the show, I got nothing to lose. Or was that during the show? See, I don't. I think I talked the
both.
same whether we started.
You're not totally wrong. Dr. Coffin Nails is here and he sends in a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, have you seen covered the article in the June 12th issue of the New Yorker about Marvel comic effect by Michael Schulman? I don't even know where I got Jim from. Very anti-Perlmutter. Oh
Yeah.
lords. So
It
it's
is.
like another Campia.
It is it's pretty rough and it's very much pouring gasoline on a fire.
How long is this thing?
It's 3.5 years.
It's long.
I see here it's a long one. But it's actually, I got a few of the free articles left, so we could. It says, how the Marvel Cinematic Universe swallowed Hollywood. Boy, there's a trend going on here. Robert Redford, Gwyneth Paltrow, Paul Rudd, and Angela Bassett now appear into movies whose plots can come down to keep glowy thing away from bad guy. Yeah, that's not wrong.
I
Fancy
talked about this, that at one point, if you did costume dramas or you did superhero stuff, then you were slumming. To get a big star into
Yeah.
a superhero.
Have I been
production
muted this whole time?
Was
No.
a big deal. You?
Okay. Yeah, I was like, did I just? Have I been muted? Oh.
No, we were listening to you, and you're still talking now over.
I'm sorry, Paul. I am so sorry. I'm like, I had like a fucking moment there, like
Quick
a
mic check.
senior moment.
Yeah, it was more important talking about you muting or unmuting than listening to me.
I was just like, was there an awkward silence there for about a minute, or was that just me not coming through? Or what? Never mind.
An
I'm
awkward silence from you is relief and enjoyment and zen.
An awkward silence for Tom is him inhaling. To go.
I hate my inhaling. That's the parts I cut out of all my audio. Anyway, Paul, you were saying.
No, I was just saying that at one point, A-listers would never do superhero movies, and then something changed. I guess it was money.
Oh yeah, money's always the changing thing.
But it's, you know what? At the very beginning, it was a really nice perk, and then it became tiresome. I didn't really care to see any more A-listers. I thought it was detrimental.
You got a point, because like Michael Keaton, arguably was one of the first guys to really become an A-lister off of a superhero franchise. And later on in life, you know, I mean, through all the rumors and whatever hell went down between Batman Returns and Batman Forever, he has flat out said multiple times that one of the main reasons he walked away is that he felt silly. He felt silly in the costume, and he didn't take it as, he didn't realize the mantle he was holding on to at that time. To them, it was like you just said, it was embarrassing, for lack of a better word, basically.
Sure. I mean,
Well, did the money increase?
Sorry, what was that, Six?
Oh no, go ahead. I want to hear about Jeff
I
Bridges.
was just going to say that, you know, it was really odd to see Jeff Bridges in a superhero movie. It was odd to see, he was a nut job, but the guy who was played the Russian bad guy in Iron Man 2 with the whipping.
Rourke, Mickey Rourke.
Yes.
Rourke.
I mean, okay, that's fun.
I mean, the whipping in 9.5 weeks is pretty good.
That's probably what got him the job.
But you know what? It wears you down, and you go, okay, these are pretty good actors, and they're having fun. But I would rather have seen unknowns build their careers around their superhero personas, because then you have more invested.
Six, you were about to say?
Did the money increase for the actors coincide with nerds becoming cool? Like,
yes.
Which came first?
No, that's actually a good point, Six. I mean, I don't remember how much Michael Keaton got for his first round of Batman, because it was Jack Nicholson who got the big payday for that, and same thing with Superman. It was Marlon Brando who got the big payday for that. I don't think Michael Keaton got a real big payday till Batman Returns, and then at that point he was Michael Keaton, so he could go do whatever he wanted for a while.
But there's a good point. You had Jack Nicholson in Batman. And that was kind of fun. Okay, oh, cool. He's going to do a good job. But then it just got tiresome.
But he also made more money than, I think, almost more money than any actor in history off of one movie because of that. I was just talking to Six about this the other night, about how he not only got, like, I can't remember if it was an $8 or $10 million payday up front, but he also got a huge part of the back end deal. Yeah. And to this day, they have said that he has made well over $100 million from Batman.
Oh yeah,
which means he's just beyond what he's gotten. Yeah, so
that's what I get from my YouTube channel.
We figured as much, and that's why we keep you around. But no, that's a great point. Also, as far as like, because then Robert Downey Jr., he was also, when he was brought on for Iron Man, he didn't get paid jack squat. He got paid scale, I think it was.
Yeah, and
it was Terrence Howard who got the bigger payday. Yeah,
that back end.
And he was an interesting pick only because those of us who know him, what kind of personal journey he had. So that was more of a reclamation project than it was inflicting a star on us.
And it was kind of the same thing in a way, and I know it's weird thinking about it, but it was kind of the same for Brando.
Yes.
Because at that point,
exactly,
they thought it was going to be impossible to get him for The Godfather, and they did, and it was almost the same story for Superman. Like, they even prepared Donner when he went to meet him. They're like, you know, I think I've told this story before. Like, you know, he's like, he's going to convince you that you'll feel that Jor-El is a suitcase. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, you'll go up there and he'll convince you that Jor-El looks like a suitcase. You'll film a suitcase and he'll just do the voiceover from his house. So he like went in there prepared for that. And Marlon and him are talking. He's like, I think I could play Jor-El as a bagel. And Donner goes, a bagel. Yeah, I think I can do it as a bagel.
Is that for real?
Yeah. And Donner goes, well, you could do that. But he goes, you got a problem here, Marlon. He goes, what's that? He goes, every kid in America knows what Jor-El looks like. Really? He's like, yeah, he's been in countless serials, numbers of comic books. Everybody knows what Jor-El looks like. He's like, oh, well, I guess I've talked myself into what you came here for. It's like, and then he goes, what do I look like? And that's the moment that Marlon Brando is on board, because that's his whole thing. He wants to test your resolve, and then as soon as you tell him what he looks like, then he gets the character.
And what's funny is when I saw that movie, I found him a giant distraction.
Wow.
He didn't even read the script until the day before.
No, I found it. I went, okay, this is stunting.
It kind of was. Oh, it absolutely was stunt casting. Because at that time, that was how Selkines got the whole project off the board.
Absolutely. You can't get it funded unless you've got
Yeah.
a personality of that magnitude. But I thought the movie didn't need it.
Oh no, a lot of people could have played Jor-El for that matter.
Oh yeah,
But it was just having Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, and Mario Puzo on board is what got that movie sold.
Hackman was good.
Yeah, and that was really what got it all done. But then the same thing with The Godfather. They did kind of the same thing, and he pulled the same kind of crap with them. But then when they told, they kind of told him this is what The Godfather is, and he's like, well, so he's got like the mouth of a bulldog and all this stuff. So he shoves these tissues in his mouth, and he just became the character right there in front of him.
But I mean, that's a drama. That's not spandex movie.
No, unfortunately, you're right on that respect. It is different.
Anyway, my point is that I find all these stars distracting, and
it can be, and that's my problem with Henry Cavill now. Right? Is I only see Henry Cavill. I can't see him as Superman.
He's now a star. Yeah.
I
can see that.
But anyway, let's see what this thing says here, since we got it up here. This comes from Michael Schulman. We could listen to it, but it's an hour and 6 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, we're not going to be able to go into all this.
No.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, this is one of the longest articles I've ever seen.
Well, he specifically said something about Perlmutter, so let's see if I can bring up that. Well, it didn't come up under that. Did I spell it wrong? I don't see Ike Perlmutter coming up at all. Did I spell it right? P-E-R-L?
He's all over the article.
Am I spelling it wrong? There we go.
Right,
I'm spelling it
capital.
wrong.
Okay.
Okay, that's why. It's not like a pearl, that's why. Okay.
Like a pearl necklace.
Yeah. Isaac Perlmutter was a company executive. Perlmutter had served in the Israeli war and kept a gun in his briefcase. Who cares? What the fuck? They're trying to paint Perlmutter like a terrorist or what? I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm still now. Six is found a way to make me not have words for the.
I know you're just distracted by that, which is weird because normally I would be. But anyway,
no, she just did another one. You just missed. Oh my god!
I guess I did because I'm trying to read this article.
It's a terrible art. It's long.
It's so long.
That's what she said.
It's like cervix territory long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like there's certain points you shouldn't push past.
Okay, they call him cheap and racist, just like everybody else. So nothing new.
Okay, 2 hours ago, Tom messaged me and said, "Hey, do you want to look for some articles for the show tonight?" This was not one of them.
It's a super chat.
I sent you like 8.
This is not what I put.
And now we're gonna go
regardless,
over an hour. Hey, Jacob's here.
Jacob, save us from this.
I have nothing to add to this conversation. I just wanted to point out about who wrote that novel disguised as an article from the New Yorker there.
It wasn't you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to count the paragraphs. This is like.
Do you know who this guy is? Is that why you came in?
No, absolutely not. I was literally just shitting on a terrible movie.
I mean, this honestly is like a dissertation or some shit. This is freaking ridiculous.
Oh, let me see. Let me count the words on this one.
I don't know. 106 minutes is the read along thing.
Yeah, but they always read
or hour
slow.
and 6 minutes. I mean, that's true. I mean, you could speed it up, but anyway, we got more super chats. Christian Delorme says, "Good evening, everybody. My respect to you guys is indefinite. Well, thank you. Thanks to the Father's Day greeting. I only have 2 kids because truckers always back up before unloading." Cheers from Canada. Well, hey, 2 is enough. That's all that matters.
I got it now.
Oh,
What?
wow. Normally, that's right in your wheelhouse, apparently.
Well, I was thinking the back end.
Oh, no.
No, pull out.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, unloading. If I unload, that's...
Jim Watari's been gifted 10 memberships. You're going to make
Jim.
Culture's head explode.
When's your next member stream, Tom?
Hopefully this week.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Christian Delorme has been a member for 14 months. It says Wisconsin rocks dairy, cheese, and potatoes. I didn't know we were known for potatoes. We do have decent potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, I thought that was Idaho.
Hey, I'm living in my own private Idaho.
My own private Idaho. Don't we all love the B-52s?
Yes. Why am I the only one on camera?
Because.
All right.
Because we're lazy.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not dressed for camera.
So look, okay. The New Yorker article that we didn't read through because it's like War and Peace.
Yeah.
Like being waterboarded by words.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly, Jacob. No, it's very, very long. But the crux of it all is that Perlmutter bad, Feige good, but Marvel killed Hollywood. And I rhymed. That's it.
Oh, it actually found the article now. Now I can count how many words there are in that entire thing.
Epic
160,000.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Dissertation level. I mean, this, like, if you wrote this for like your film study class, like they would ask you just because they didn't want to read it.
Oh God.
Waltman says, I think Chado might like the game Starfield. For one thing, there's no nanobots touchscreens. It's all analog buttons, gear porn, and semi-NASA-esque.
Yeah, that's an old game. I think I tried it once.
Oh, wow. Turns out that this one has 9,436 words.
Okay.
Mystery solved.
Yes.
And?
Ouch.
Anyway, you're saying Paul, Starfield.
No, I think I know it. I think I tried playing it.
Sounds familiar.
You're just traveling from one planet and it's very text adventure-ish. It's very turn-based. It's an upcoming action role-playing game. Okay. Oh, the Bethesda game. Okay. I think Chad might like the game Starfield. Okay. So this is I'm thinking of something else, obviously. Yes, Starfield is supposed to be Bethesda's next big version of Skyrim in space. So they haven't had a lot of luck lately with their games. We'll see whether they can turn it around with Starfield. It's been in development for a long time.
When do we hit the point where we get porn parody video games? Like Skyrim Job.
Well, there's lots of porn anime you can have fun with.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, this is an untapped market, I think.
Paul,
it's scheduled to be released in September of 2023 for Microsoft Windows and Xbox.
Yeah, so you didn't play the game.
No, I haven't. No, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Me either. I mean, I remember a game you were describing, Paul.
Yes.
But I can't remember the name of it. I remember
it's a slow game, and you went from one galaxy and star cluster.
They actually made you suffer the time travel.
Correct.
The time of travel. Yeah, I remember this game.
Yep.
And I've heard of this Starfield game. I think it's going to underdeliver. I mean, Robert's Space Industries produced a game that I'm very interested in, Star Citizen. But that's been coming out for a decade now, and it's no closer to release than it was when it was announced. So, but a lot of people are playing it in its form. But I like the idea of a persistent world like that. I'm not sure that Starfield will deliver, but I have no idea. Anyway,
what was it? Bethesda kind of screwed up. It was
it's this one. It's the one that that he's talking about in the super chat.
I see. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm talking about the one where people are in a post-nuclear age and they have to hide in their pods.
Fallout.
Fallout, yes, and they screwed up the last one. Fallout New
76.
Vegas was great, and Fallout 76 apparently is okay.
What? No, it's a dumpster fire.
Still?
Well, not still. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, if you release a game that is a dump truck,
yes, it was terrible upon release. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't care what you do afterwards, unless you do what Cyberpunk did and immediately start like yielding much better stuff like right away. Bethesda is incapable of developing for themselves. That's why they utilize the community to develop for them. Like, and if you want good quality aesthetics and quality graphics, the community develops those. Like,
Well,
2 years
the
after
online Skyrim is quite good. What I understand is during the development of Fallout, the development team didn't ask the multiplayer Skyrim people they didn't ask their advice on how to do it.
Oh, dude, that game was a dump truck.
It was terrible.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, you have to major league upgrade your game fast if you release a dump truck. I'm just sorry. It's just, yeah. Anyway.
Well, let's hope Starfield is good.
Dude, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we'll find out, right?
I'm not buying it. I'm never pre-buying a game.
No. I never pre-buy a game.
Yeah.
Never.
Culture, you're
I'm not
pre-buying
pre-buying this
on your
game.
gaming channel.
I haven't had time to do the gaming channel. I haven't had time to do a DIY channel. I'm trying to get to 10K, and the problem is that Paul Chatto like laid down this gauntlet of like I have 100,000. Why don't you have 100,000? And I'm like, all right, Dick.
I have 192.
You guys have thousands.
Hey,
Thousands of what?
For a minute today. You'll be proud of me, channel. For a minute today, I had 7,000 subs on my channel.
We got Steven in the back. How you doing?
And then
Steven?
what happened?
The YouTube.
Yeah. And then it dropped back?
Yeah, YouTube's like, nah, you're not going to get these last 3 subs.
No, but they do that. They go, 10 steps forward, 20 steps back. I mean, they tease you.
Yeah,
YouTube giveth, then YouTube taketh away.
Dude, I went through high school once. I don't need a chick teasing me again. I'm good.
The best way to describe it is I will gain 5, and they will take away the 5 in 12 hours. I will gain 3, they'll take away the 3 in 12 hours. There's never a balance of it returning. But Starfield has promise.
Oh.
Eyes of P looks better, and that's the Pinocchio Dark Souls.
Oh.
You guys
Pinocchio.
So pretty much all the weapons you can go through as you're progressing through, you can actually take apart and change them all and make different styled weapons. Like Geppetto builds his puppets, and then all the puppets from the classic fairy tale are now mechanized. Everything's mechanized and wants to hurt you.
I'm not a big fan of too much work. I like the Skyrim level of work.
It's like that, except you'll die a lot. It's third person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woven Weavers representing Idaho over here. Woot. Well, you go, Idaho. You go.
Starfield looks interesting, but I think it needs multiplayer to make it balanced out because it's too big. It's Fallout in space.
And Dr. Coffneels asked about the Jaws Lego set. I did see that. I wasn't sure if it was legit or some fan thing, but if it's actually legit, I might have to buy it and make my kid put it together for me.
Links in the private chat.
Oh, it is. So it is. They just like making me spend money.
Well, they are apparently coming out with the next Elder Scrolls, too.
6. Yep.
Yes, sir.
No, he's not calling you. That's the name, Elder Scrolls.
That's 6 under the Microsoft thing. And after the Nick Merckx thing, I don't think Activision's going to be bought by Microsoft.
Interesting.
Yes, just let Activision die.
Please, and take Overwatch with you.
That shark looks complicated.
The DeLorean looks cool.
I'm not either. Yeah, I bought my kid the DeLorean, and then he cannibalized it into a bunch of other vehicles. And I'm like, you do realize how much I spent on that fucking Back to the Future set, right? It's like, it wasn't cheap. It was limited edition, no less.
It's better when you find the custom LED kits you can actually put in between the Legos, and it actually will light up the model once you're done. They usually cost about $50.
There's just some things that are important to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Like dog food.
Yep, dog food's important, especially when you can't live on anything else.
That's right. Dash Attack says, agreed culture. We gamers are sick of unfinished games being rushed to release and having big worded apologies dumped on Twitter.
Yeah.
Gollum.
Well, I mean, and
Is culture here?
Anthem.
Oh my God. Now
have to read
there's a
that one again.
dumpster fire.
Battlefield 2042. I was a
Yep.
pre-order for that. I was an original No Man's Sky pre-order, but they have come a long way in Retribution themselves. It's fantastic now with No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I hear that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Whatever. Starfield sounds a lot like No Man's Sky.
It does. What was the other one that bombed incredibly bad? I'm trying to remember.
Destiny. Destiny.
No, I don't think it was. No, not Destiny. I played that since the original beta on the PS4. They have a habit of rehashing content you already paid for as new DLC while vaulting older planets because it got to about almost 200 games.
Well, I mean that was a game my son pre-ordered and was and okay, there's no game here. And then they came out with a DLC that you had to pay for. That was the game. We were royally pissed because he bought the
box
muchacho, $120 box and shit. And
I invested about 6,400 hours in the Destiny franchise. That's 1 and 2, and then I just quit because the rehashing was one thing, but the community, especially on Twitch, is more toxic than Hot Wheel or Michael Jordan shoe collectors.
Really?
Yeah, they're brutal. They will cancel.
I mean, the smoothness of the game was always impressive, but we were not happy with those bastards.
Well, you can thank Activision and Bungie and all that because
probably.
Yeah.
Let's try to find a way to put loot boxes in there.
Hey, that's one thing EA fixed. Yeah, Battlefront 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge game dork. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are. What have you been playing on your channel recently, Steven?
Last night I shit myself to Layers of Fear 2. Pretty much you're following a director's vision for a movie while being haunted by whatever it goes from black to white to color, all while on a film set on a cruise liner ship. It's crazy.
Why haven't you been playing Zelda? I feel like that's what the latest big.
Because Nintendo is how do I sum up that guy? Nintendo is asshole when it comes to online streaming. They're very particular. Like I was doing Chrono Trigger for a while, and they kept claiming the music from the Chrono Trigger game. So I was like, all right, I'm done. But I've pre-ordered Final Fantasy 16, and that starts 22nd. I love that.
I mean, you're talking to someone who still has a PS3, so I'm not
So do I.
versed in the.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I have
It makes noises.
Holy crap. I have 2 PSPs and PSP Go, 2 Game Gears, and a bunch of other stuff lying around somewhere. All right, Tom. Then
I hear Half-Life is really good.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. That was my...
All right,
Ooh,
Tom.
look at that.
Hey, sorry, wrong one.
Making all kinds of noise on me. It's going into hyperspace now or whatever. Just blasted me. I don't even know what Kirk said.
And you know what?
That was my Optimus Prime.
Just zoom it around any which way you want and shake it so then that would be the special effects from Strange New Worlds. Like no mass.
Oh my god, that episode! Please don't.
It just fling it around all you want because even with its if its ability to dampen inertia, it can still fling itself around as if it's a frisbee.
This is actually pretty solid.
Or Paul, it can launch itself out of the planet's atmosphere with taking damage from the ground while Klingons are fighting. I've never watched. That was a 15-minute battle scene I'll never get back.
It was only like $30, I think it was. It's pretty solid.
I did notice that, and I didn't mention that in my review. I mean, I could have mentioned so many more things. Yeah, the Starship Enterprise digs itself out of a pile of dirt and rises up through the atmosphere. Fucking hell.
I have a question. Isn't dilithium highly volatile? Even if it's not refined?
It depends on whether it's used as a suppository.
Oh. And how much Taco Bell the night before.
That's right. Oh, no, that was such a terrible show. That was a wretched episode.
I just heard a rumor that they got ordered a 50-episode run of that stupid show, Strange New Worlds. Yeah.
Well, they're turning it into disco, like full-on disco. They couldn't keep their hands off it, and just based on the first episode, I think it's just going to be a non-binary festival.
The color
Well,
palette was horrible. Like from
Terrible.
last season to this season, when you turned on
Terrible.
the first episode of season 2, it blew me away. I'm like, why am I watching early '90s B5 CG with grays and blacks and
And
They
it's
are all
black, like you can
baseline
hardly
buys.
see anything.
Yeah. The first thing I
it's-
did when this commander sat down at the table, I'm like, hey, look, there's diversity. Like, the Asian and the black commander, Robert, April.
The very first episode of SNW, let's get rid of the captain.
Mm-hmm. How about being launched into space with no oxygen or helmet or spacesuit?
Well,
when
you can apparently you can survive like that for a few minutes. Apparently you can. There is science to that. That's about the only thing that had any science in the show.
Okay.
It's funny because I've always viewed Star Trek as having some science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the rules of science fiction is that you've got to maintain as much physics as humanly possible so it's believable. And the writers of Strange New Worlds are writers of convenience. Mbenga can reprogram a computer. He's a doctor. How now he's what? He's reprogramming computers. It's like, here we've got the character. This is what we need him to do. This is what we're going to do. Oh, he has the serum that makes you strong.
Oh,
Well, that's handy.
super soldiers.
Super soldier serum,
Yeah,
which also taught them how to be kung fu fighters.
And how to pick a
We're-
Klingon up by the neck like Superman does and Batman does.
It's just nonstop writing of convenience. Oh, and let the girls on the bridge piss all over the IT guys who are trying to fix your
Pissing.
shit.
Dash Attack said for $5, we read this culture, but we
Sorry.
brought it back for you. Agreed culture. We gamers are sick of unfinished games being rushed to release and having big worded apologies dumped on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm frustrated. Dash is
When
one of
does
those
it end?
people- Yeah, Dash is one of those people that really does, know where this is coming from, understands our angst, talks about it. I talk about it. I get angry. Fat Steven gets angry. I mean, look, this is an ongoing problem. We've been incredibly frustrated with undercooked games for a long time. And it's not gotten better.
I have a prediction, though. I'm giving it about 1 to 5 years before the big gaming industry moves over to early access and claims everything is early access. That way they can hide under the Steam model and pretend they released a product and they're going to promise more coming. That's where their live service is going to go. They're going to adopt the Steam early access crap. That's what they're going to do.
And then I'm not sure if you read this one, Tom. Tripping Orc,
No, I didn't.
who's been a member for 6 months, gifted 5 Midnight Edge After Dark
5.
memberships.
Thank you,
And
Tripping Orc.
Tom's going to have a member stream one.
Hopefully this week. That is the plan anyway. That's what we're hoping for.
Good.
I got to keep bugging Andre, and 6 bugs me to bug Andre, so that's how that works.
Oh, that's right.
Midwest Finest says Hollywood hates superhero films because the success was too much. They reluctantly embrace it, but with the caveat of destroying the genre to fit their image. Well, yeah, a lot of this I think came in between part of what Paul was saying. It went from being the franchises like this would be like you get an unknown and that would make them a superstar. They started trying to bring in all the stars, and that doubled the budgets of already over bloated films. And producers would love to just get away from these type of movies in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're too
here's my
reliant on them. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my question, because I came in kind of late on this, but it's like clearly where they're at now, they can't continue to spend $250-300 million on these production budgets anymore if they want these movies to be a success. So the question is, can they go back to making decent superhero movies for like $100 million? Because I feel like anything after that, you're pretty much playing with fire.
Well, I think this is where James Gunn's going to come into play. And I know people are just like, oh, yeah, whatever. No, James Gunn comes from a place where he knows how to make movies on the cheap. And he even brought it up on that interview with Michael Rosenbaum, where he said his biggest disappointment right now is that Hollywood had forgotten how to make the $30 million budgeted film or the smaller budget film, right? And I think that's what he's going to do partially. I mean, of course, Superman's going to be a big budgeted movie, Batman, all those kind of things. But I believe all the other stuff that he's going to be doing is probably going to be a lot less budget than we're used to for these superhero films.
Can I ask a question with that though? Honestly, when you think Superman, do you hear James Gunn is the first name that pops in your head though?
And now, yes, he would have been my
Now it
choice.
does.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I've been talking about James Gunn for years, and I know Six and Culture could back me up on that.
Yeah.
And I think he's one of the few guys in Hollywood right now who understands storytelling and what makes superheroes. Now, is he being a politician with all this shit right now over at Warner Brothers? Hell yes. Like, he is double talking left and right. I've got 3 or 4 articles where I can show you he said this and then he said that, and it's like, what the hell does that even mean, Jim? Like, you know, he's definitely playing politics ball, but guess what? Once we get past these next 2 movies after The Flash, it's like a year and a half before we have anything major DC. There's just a couple TV shows and stuff. There's no movies coming out. So it's going to be a nice little patch of nothing.
I just want Captain Power to come back out and be good.
Now, James Gunn, he wrote the ending for The Flash, correct?
No, he dictated the ending. Or did he write it?
Oh.
Did you find something that says he wrote it? Because I
don't
thought
know.
he
I
just
read
dictated
shit tons
that
of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I do know that he had dictated that all these cameos were going to come out, especially the ones that led people on to believe that there was a future for them, because that was one of his big points there. I know.
One of the stories I sent you was about Sasha, what's her face? Supergirl.
Sasha Cale.
Yeah, meeting with him and talking about like her future or something. And I don't want her for Supergirl.
I don't think she will be, but yeah, especially after this flop.
The problem is they used the Supergirl model that's not even Supergirl. I believe it's supposed to be like it's some multiverse where it's Clark and Lana's daughter or Lois's daughter.
Yeah, something like that I heard.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful woman when you don't have DC making her look like a boy. But they
no, that's not DC making her look like a boy. Like if you checked her Instagram, that's kind of what she looks like now.
Well, I'm going to say this: Sasha Calle was good in the role. It's the one. It was one of the things that kind of stood out, but she wasn't there long enough for anybody to care, and that's an entirely other conversation. I got my review for The Flash comes out tomorrow. Grant's editing it now. I tried to get it up before the weekend, but
wow,
you couldn't get it up.
I thought it'd be out.
I understand her Instagram though. She doesn't seem to like to wear bras and just see-through black shirts.
Can you give us a hint, Culture, and what you thought of it?
Have you not seen me talk about this film elsewhere?
No, we just met tonight.
Okay.
Oh, Six. He loves it. It's his favorite movie ever. He's going to see it over and over again like cats.
Where have you talked about it?
Eternals?
He did on comics,
Flash.
I think it was.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Flash. No, I talked about it Friday. I was on the okay.
I wasn't
She
there.
she wasn't there Friday.
I wasn't there Friday. I woke up at like
He
2:30.
can't see if you're in the back or not, though. That's
yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, because nobody trusts me with the keys to the car. But anyway,
Fuck no, you drive like an old man.
I gave this a 4- out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a 4 minus. What's a 4 minus?
Well, it's like 3.9. It's like, okay, so you have like the Eternals. This thing is sniffing the butt of the Eternals in the nature of bad. If you're sniffing the butt of the Eternals, you're not doing
I don't
well.
know if I'd go that far because I couldn't even barely watch the Eternals. This at least has some elements to it. I could go watch some of the Batman stuff and that over and over, like that opening Batman bit, even though some of it's dumb. But
if I hadn't paid for this movie, I wouldn't have stayed.
You paid for the movie?
You know what? I'm going to give this movie one positive thing. I liked the look of it. They had that right for once. It didn't feel like I was looking at something through a dark, dreary.
Okay,
That's true.
you know what? Yes. They actually
colorful.
figured out that not every fucking thing has to be midnight.
And even Batman wasn't all that dull. That stuff wasn't even as dark as what we're used to.
Wait, are you telling me they actually found the ability to pay for light sources?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Flash is my biggest
I watched
disconnect with the movie. It's like the movie requires you to at least sympathize with Ezra Miller in a human level, just based on his character. But knowing everything that we've known about him over the last few years is very hard to do that, which kind of begs the question why you would sink $300 million behind him to be the emotional force of your movie to begin with.
It was a
Well, that's
subconscious.
the previous admin
Yeah.
are all into this gender woo.
Mhm.
What?
It was a subconscious metaphor to make us show that Ezra is battling inner demons and that he can change even while still being the horrible person. He could be someone new. That was the whole interaction with himself throughout the film.
Oh,
He was a good person when he saved Supergirl. Why'd you save me? Because deep down, I'm still human, no matter what my Instagram says. I'm like,
honestly, I think he was just trying to figure out how to bang himself.
We have somebody else in the back that I want to bring in. Brian, aka 70s Rock fan. How you been, brother?
Not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, I didn't get to talk to you ever since the Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup earlier.
Who? The Who? Sorry, I've never heard of
They
them.
did?
The Who?
Las Vegas has a
The Bettman Golden Knights?
Yeah,
Las Vegas?
they got pretty turned up last night on the strip. Did you guys see that?
They had a bit of a parade. It looked quite entertaining in places, I have to say. It did look entertaining.
You were pretty entertaining last night on your boarding and bourbon and whatever that show is.
Well, I thank you, sir. We didn't really talk a lot about hockey, though. It was like 10 minutes of
you
hockey.
talked enough about hockey that I was able to go to sleep early, so thank you for that.
Well, that's ASMR is Brahma and I's specialty. So I only have 2 questions about The Flash. Who plays Ming the Merciless, and are they still using Queen's music for it?
Wrong Flash. But before we get too deep back into the Flash, that's what she said.
Ew.
We got to
That's
lose
what they
Paul
said?
here. He's got to leave. Yeah, they them said. Let's see here. Make sure there's nothing for Paul in the super chat arena.
something I said?
No, he's Canadian.
So am I.
Well, except I wasn't. I'm not following.
I got
I'm
it.
not going to follow the hockey.
Not the hockey.
Okay.
I'm not a hockey person.
Starflight. I
Oh, is
think
that what it
that's-
was?
Jerry Jerebones Gord says, Paul, I think you're thinking of Starflight.
I think that
I
might be
can't
it.
remember the name of the game. I'm gonna have to go back into
What
my.
was that game? What was
I'm
it?
gonna dig out my 386 and try to figure out all the games that are on it.
You got time for that.
I don't know.
Starflight is a space exploration, combat, and trading role-playing game. This is it, curated by Binary System, published by Electronics Arts in 1986.
It was EA.
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah, you can still get it on GOG.
Really?
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
That was the game. Took forever to play.
CC's right. There's 3 Canadians on the panel if you count Brian,
Correct.
and if he comes
Yeah,
on here
and
too,
Brian's a Scotsman.
then we will be
count
taken over
myself
by
as-
Canadians.
I have the
Yeah,
passport
but he lives
to
in
prove it.
Canada.
I'm a
He
Canadian. I have
lives
the
in
passport.
Canada.
He's a Texas Scotsman who happens to live in Canada.
I can pronounce the word.
He's running from
stars
cheap charges, is what he's
like
running
Neil
from.
Young.
I
I can
live in
pronounce the
Ontario.
word stars like Neil Young. Stars.
I've never seen a Scotsman have to move around so many different countries in my life.
There's not enough goats
well,
to sung in Canada.
They'll eventually catch up with me, Tom. They will catch
I
up
know
with
they
me.
will.
Those mysterious people.
They're like,
Yeah,
you
just-
will
just-
go down.
Just bring Bill.
You.
What did you do? Kill Bill Forsyth and run out of the
No,
country?
no, no, no.
Oh,
He's
you
got a
and
thing
I-
for sheep.
You and I do need to do that Bill for
He
South
pushed-
stream, Paul.
Yeah,
We
hey,
do need
Paul.
to do it. Yeah.
Paul, he pushes them over the fence without his hands.
He likes to take him up to a cliff.
I have a thought, Culture. I think this also. Do you think we should get Paul to play Phasma one night and see what happens?
Oh, yes, I would love
Because it's
it.
coming to console, and we can see Paul
His
do
hair-
ghost
Don't
hunting.
know the game. What
It's
is
a
it?
It's a ghost hunting game.
Your hair
Oh.
will stand on end several times.
I don't like scary things.
No, it'll be
It's-
great.
It'd be
It'll be
perfect.
great.
It'd be perfect.
Hey, invite me. I'll do it.
All right.
I don't. Yeah, that'd be funny to see Paul scared out of his wits.
It's coming to console.
So I really didn't care about the Stanley Cup. I was more interested in the F1 race in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They're destroying Vegas so they can have an F1 race there.
I saw some old footage of Graham Hill
Why?
pushing his own car at the Grand Prix in Montreal in 1968, I think it was, to get it started. It was raining, and he's out on the track pushing his own car to start it. That's how good Formula One was in those days. Graham,
Let me-
by the way-
Hill.
So Paul, did you see Flash?
I have not, but I am now debating whether to just wait for streaming.
Oh, you should. You should wait for streaming.
Hold on,
Save
Paul.
$10.
Don't leave yet, Paul.
Oh wait, no. In Canada, that's like $35.
Script
Save
Doctor thinks
$35.
Zaslav's going to wait until the 45-day window, but I have a feeling this will be out in 28, like Black Adam.
Well,
What do you
listen,
think,
I-
Culture?
Dump truck.
everyone's reviewed it, and even though I review stuff, I don't have a review channel, so I don't really have an impetus to see it and then not do anything with it. I don't need a rectal exam for
But
free.
Paul, it's made $130 million at the box office.
Hey, Paul, I put that in the private chat for you. There you go.
Oh, is that the global?
Yep.
There you go.
There it is.
That's another thing. It's been spread far and wide already.
Yeah.
What's the news here?
That's
Oh,
not
that's
news.
the
That's the
movie.
movie.
Oh, are you joking?
No, he's not.
Hey, real quick.
Steven's
Speaking of the
naughty.
city of champions, did you hear that
Wow.
people like Tom Hanks and Rebecca Black are calling out the city of Las Vegas for stealing the A's? They're very, very upset about it.
Stealing
People are more
A's?
excited that they're leaving.
Bless.
Maybe they should have been more interested in baseball ahead of time. But all right, Paul, since that's all
Bye,
you
Paul.
got for us and you got to get going, please tell everybody where they can find you and all that
Oh, you
business.
can find me on Call Me Chatto, and I'm going to be shooting little videos from unintended places because I don't have my regular studio facility.
What happened to your house?
It's being renoed.
Right.
Okay.
You went from renovation to exploded? What happened?
I have a serious question for Paul. When are you going to start
Sure.
doing streetcar videos? Like
Streetcar
car
videos.
videos? Just do a streetcar video.
Car video.
Yeah, well, we have
car
some nice streetcars in Toronto.
Get the new ones,
Yeah.
not the old ones that
Do
sold.
it in the Tim Hortons drive-through.
Oh God!
Oh, can you do a donut shop? I tell you what, once a week, do a donut shop bit. That will make me so happy.
I don't eat donuts.
Just go to Timmy's, get a coffee, whatever.
Their coffee sucks since they sold the Wendy's.
No, that's the
Burger
best fast coffee in Toronto, at least, is McDonald's. If you want to get a quick, inexpensive coffee,
Just go to Timmy's once a week. You make me happy. I'll shoot you a loony. It'll be good.
it'd be good. Shoot me a loony.
It'll be
No,
especially good.
Especially?
Especially good. It'll be very interesting.
I'll shoot
Drive-through
you a loony.
videos are the best.
So people do drive-through videos.
I could possibly give you a toonie if you go and
Burger King, Josh. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's usually yelling involved and people throwing things and climbing through the window.
Do a
'cause they
YouTube
didn't get their
short.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, do a YouTube short in your car reviewing fast food. You'll get tens of thousands of views.
You will.
Guaranteed.
one of them might be me.
No, what I need to do is just do a weepy apology video for the Flash. That's what
Is it your
I'll do.
I don't think there's enough ketamine in the world for that apology.
Whoa! Get stuck in a K-hole. Thank you for that. That's
Okay, hold
Just
better
stick-
writing.
Just eating Krispy Kremes. Everyone is so mean. For the Flash. I hate the Flash. Oh, I just squeezed a bunch of it all over my lap. Hold on. Poor Ezra. I'm telling you, he's just trying to be
Dude,
like.
Leave Ezra alone.
Leave
You're
Ezra
the next-
alone.
he is the next Kevin Smith or John Campia or somebody. I mean, yeah.
Please don't
I
wish
hunted
that on me.
for Ezra.
Oh
Don't
boy!
wish
Speaking
that
of
on
John
me.
Campia, we've got somebody coming back to Midnight Says who remember Lucifer Storm. He's got some days on
Paul.
John
I
Campia.
gotta
wow.
go.
Yeah, he's
There's
nice
Paul.
comics, yeah.
Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
Paul.
Hi.
Bye, Paul.
Say
See you tomorrow.
Say goodbye to Paul. Just
Hi,
Happy
Paul.
Father's Day, Paul.
love you,
Bye.
man. I'll
Thanks,
see you
everyone.
tomorrow. Love you, dude.
See you tomorrow.
Take your shirt off.
What?
How did he's gone? Can we stop pretending like Dunkin' Donuts is actually good?
10,000
Dunkin'
They
Donuts?
used to be.
I like Dunkin' Donuts. What's
They
wrong
were
with it?
good. What happened? to
Ever
them?
since they got bought out by whatever fast food company, I can't remember which now. They haven't been as the same.
Wait a minute. The Kraft guy owns the Dunkin'.
Well, that explains it.
And yes, we haven't heard from Lucifer in a while, but I talked to him and I got him booked for 2 days coming up. He's going to be here Wednesday, and then he's going to be here next Monday because he really wants to talk to Chris Gore. So I hooked that up.
I read
For
that
those who
wrong.
don't remember him, he's an awesome dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Tom,
dude.
I read that wrong. I thought you said 6. You can have the can. I was like, what?
Huh?
That's the con. It means
I know. I said I read it wrong.
You
That was-
six. You take the con.
Wow.
Like Star Trek.
Wait, I have a button for that. Wait, where is it? There it is.
You know, I have a new project that nobody is watching.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
I am. So should I plug it here?
You plug
should.
in what? Plug what?
Plug away.
What are you plugging?
I've been
Yeah.
doing a little project on the side that I've been trying to get going on my channel where I've been just showing off all my stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh wait,
Oh, nice.
is this like your shorts? Because that was my favorite thing ever. Like your shorts of your shorts. Those were the best.
Well, there's more to it than the shorts, and that's what I'm getting at. Is
Oh.
nobody's watching my main video?
You got a video?
Yeah, that goes with the shorts.
Oh, can I see the shorts?
You've seen the shorts, you said.
I did a short of my shorts. I did that.
I have Balrog shorts. I have not shown anybody my Balrog
What?
shorts. Should I do my Balrog shorts?
Yes.
Nobody's showing him his balls.
That's cool.
My Balrog shorts. You want me to go get my Balrog shorts?
Why did we get to your shorts?
I don't know, because you stopped talking about something because you paused.
Just
I was
show us
letting you
your-
Tom,
guys
you have a
talk.
project. You
Show
would
us
like
your
to
shorts, Tom.
Show us your cards, Tom,
Yes.
Yeah, show us your
What do you got?
and then we'll look at
Whip it out.
Culture's ball.
I don't want to
Oh.
look at Culture's balls.
Balrog.
Ball.
This is the first video, and I'm going through the Ninja Turtle ones.
Ooh.
And we're going to be
dude.
doing more.
Do you have all of them? Because I remember.
He
some
does.
of
Oh,
those.
yeah, I do.
I have the '89 Batman set.
I do. And series 2.
Yeah, the red ones and the gold ones, right?
And then I just got
Tom, these look great.
these out, but I got to get them put away yet. I just got some Batman Returns
Did
ones
you
here.
rob some 9-year-old? What just happened right now?
No.
Wow.
This is my 9-year-old self as an adult reliving my childhood is what it is.
By the way, that
Perfect.
gum is still good, isn't it? You can take the gum out of
No.
the pack and it's still good.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
I've done it before.
Why?
I opened a Star Wars card pack and from like, I don't know, what was that? A long time ago, and ate the gum. It was fun.
Oh,
didn't those come out the
Hey,
same
remember
time?
zebra gum? Remember when that was a thing?
yes.
Oh, I love zebra gum.
I love
That's
fruit
good.
stripes.
That's just like chewy sugar.
Tom,
It only
please,
lasts for like 2 seconds.
Tom,
Yeah.
please tell me you have the box of New Kids on the Block cards too.
No.
Oh, you should.
Oh no, that's no Matt
Matt
Mardigan.
Mardigan probably does, though.
He does. He does. He does.
I wasn't even being joking there.
No, you're not joking. He does. He's got them.
Well, it's not just going to be movie cards.
Oh, a nudie cards.
Nudie cards. I said it's not just going to be.
Is
The
it
mouse
any
going to
stickers?
do.
There
wow.
she is.
That's a real Supergirl. I've seen her before.
I'm going to talk about Supergirl a little bit. There's like
Nice.
Speaking of Flash,
Can we talk a little bit about the fact that in the movie, I was mad.
yeah, I know what scene you're talking about.
Oh, you were going off about this movie last night or whatever. it was.
I'm very angry, Tom.
That'll be one of the things we get into. Other comic book things, you know.
If you want me
Good
to, I
stuff.
can lend you the old. I have like the Marvel Legends cards. I think I have the DC cards, like the silver rounds. I think I have a full set of those. If you need pictures of those,
If I get around, I got enough of my
He's
own
got
shit to get
tons
through.
of his
for-
own.
I
Yeah.
still have all the Hostess mini baseball cards that came in the chips too, still sealed.
Hostess
like-
chips.
Yeah, when they had the mini bags, you would get like little baseball cards. So I like Nolan Ryan's, Roberto Alomars, and all like that.
I'm sitting on a Mickey Mantle box top card that's worth a pretty penny.
I have a signed Gretzky somewhere I don't want.
What, the actual Gretzky or just
All
a
my
card?
Star Wars cards.
It's not him himself, but I have his card signed by him.
I
Hey,
see.
hey, Tom,
The
you're
great
bragging
one.
on your collection here, bro.
Yeah,
Those are cool.
Okay.
but
I like
Oh,
the
that's what
bottom
I'm
one
gonna
in the
do.
middle. The bottom one. in
I
the
like
middle.
this, Tom. I like this. Okay. So this channel, like Tom shares his closet. Is this before or after Midnight Snacks? Because I keep telling everybody about Midnight Snacks. They want Midnight Snacks.
you're gonna kill me with midnight snacks.
No, I'm
It's
not.
going to be healthy snacks.
It's healthy snacks like carrots.
Gum from a pack
You-
that's 40 years old.
Gum from a pack that's 40 years old. That's what you're trying to get to.
I'm
me.
not dead. I ate the
Change it
gum.
to midnight to diabetes with Tom.
I didn't
Oh,
swallow the gum. I
Lord.
chewed the gum. It was fine.
Never
You-
swallow.
Well,
That's
I mean,
culture
unless,
way.
unless you're a lady.
I swallow.
What? Whoa. Hello.
Fudge.
The gum.
You know what?
You swallow fudge? What?
Ew. No.
The culture thing.
I don't know.
Culture, did you get your ball?
Oh, I didn't get it. Hang on a minute.
Rog shorts.
But I also have like comic book adaptations.
Hey, Leslie
Who's it supposed
Headland.
to be?
I'm Leslie Headland.
Barney, my Star Wars.
I got the cards even. See?
I never saw that movie.
You never saw it? It's all right. It's not great, but it's not.
So now look at John Goodman, and then look at Leslie Headland, and then look at John Goodman, and then look at Leslie Headland.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through all those and some of this kind of stuff. You know.
Do you have the Aliens ones?
Aliens. I don't think they had one, but they were.
But they'd be really dark.
They had some Alien and Aliens ones mixed in with. Let me see if I got it.
Yeah, Cops had them.
With these here, the Fright Flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they had a set that I don't know.
1979 Topps Alien trading cards. Yep.
Oh, the original one. Yeah, they did. That's right. I don't know if I got any of those or not. I think I just have some of the other ones, but these were some fun ones here. I can't wait to get to the Fright Flicks ones.
Funyuns?
Fun ones, not Funyuns. Funyuns are good though.
I've never had a Funyun.
Or a bunion.
You never had a Funyun? Really?
Or a Funyun.
They're just basically like deep fried
onions, right?
Grease.
I don't think they're even actually onions. I think they're just onion flavored poofy stuff. But I'm going to be talking about a lot of this crap over the next God knows how long. As long as you guys watch it. But no,
Jaws.
Yeah.
I
got
love
the
Jaws.
Jaws 3D and I got Jaws 2.
Now I got to find my cards. I don't know. Did you know what the Bruce Lee minis they had?
I don't know if I've seen those.
Temple of Kung Fu. Yeah, I got a bunch of those.
That one's for Script Doctor. This one we're going to be talking about next Saturday, or the Raiders Lost Ark anyway, next Saturday on with Geary.
I thought it was every other week.
Yeah, not this week, the week after, yeah. Believe it or not, they had RoboCop cards.
Yep.
Remember that time RoboCop shot somebody in the dick? There's a card for it.
Yeah.
Remember that time RoboCop lost a hand? There's a card for it. Not only that, this is a shot from the unrated version. That's the best part, because they didn't even have that version out yet when these cards were made. So this shot right here, Murphy, that's actually from the unrated cut.
Give the man a hand.
Give the man a hand. What was that say?
Shanatsky will be there with you.
Really? And then of course we have the infamous Bill and Ted ones here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of them from the cutscenes there.
Did you get your hands on the sticker books that you'd have to fill in the pages and the large?
Some of those I used to have. I don't have as many. Those are harder to.
I have a Thundercats one somewhere.
Yeah, those are a little bit harder to get your hands on now. I got a Nightmare on Elm Street one, but I don't have all the stickers to go with it.
I remember those. Those were the badass cards. Yeah.
I do have a set of Nightmare on Elm Street cards, but the sticker book I had too.
You guys.
These are probably. These are some of my older ones here, obviously. Superman.
Okay, so number one, I kept saying Balrog. What I meant to say is Chernobog.
What the hell is a Chernobog? Balrog's from Lord of the
You just
Rings.
made that up.
Yeah, that's not a real word.
Chernobog.
What the fuck?
Is he really showing us his underwear?
Look how the crotch part, the dick part, is all stretched out.
You're in like 480p.
Like he just took them off.
Because he did.
Is there smoke rising? The smoke rising from those.
Why is there a stain on them?
Here's my impression of what was just going down in Culture's house. He's sifting through drawers, and his wife goes, "What are you looking for?"
He just smelled his own
Let me finish the story. Let me finish the story, and it'll make even more sense. She goes, "What are you looking for?" And he goes, "My Balrog shorts." You're what? And then he says the real name of what he just said, and she goes, "You're wearing them."
I'm not wearing the Chernobog. But yeah, these are them.
That's why he sniffed them. 6.
Culture, you're the best. You are the best.
Is that where
crotch
the youth
sniffer?
Crotch sniffer.
I didn't sniff anything.
So well, then you exhaled into them.
I'm coughing my ass
Maybe
off.
weirder.
Yeah,
You guys
that was
suck.
weird.
I thought you were my friends. This is
We are your friends.
This has been bad. So like in the private chat, right? I'm like inside baseball here. Like I'm like giving people some information that I think is relevant because somebody suggested I do that, and then I get attacked.
What private chat? There's nothing there.
Not this private chat.
No, not
Yeah.
in this one. And another in our group thing, in the thing with the group.
I don't know which
and
group you're
people.
talking
What
about.
group chat?
Oh, you're
I'm
talking.
going somewhere else. This is bad.
You
I
want to
gotta
see
show-
some?
There's
You
nothing.
ain't got no
Whatever
show.
chat you're talking about, I'm not in it.
Yeah,
You're
neither
a
am I.
liar.
There's nothing new in any of
Which
the private
chat?
chats that we're all
Oh,
in.
no, this
for
is
like
from
the last 8
yesterday when
minutes.
you guys have been destroying me for a whole day right now.
No,
Oh, I don't know what he's
It's my
talking
first time
about.
I've talked to you.
I think he went and
All right, let's get on this before we lose culture because I want to get his reaction to
I got a
this.
show. I got a show soon.
Well, you can wait 2 minutes
and I got to be there because I promised.
because Disc Father, who is a controversial figure, but he does have some good scoops from time to time. He is claiming that the Flash is set to lose $300 million.
That's probably true.
And I said here, I'm not surprised. I was told from a few sources that this is the most expensive movie Warner Brothers has ever made, even more than Justice League.
Yes.
So this would be about right. They are going to be lucky, basically, to be making back their P&A, is what this is saying.
How about I suggest I'm gonna go out on a limb. This isn't even the most embarrassing thing that's happened in Hollywood this year.
Yes,
Right?
Jacob, what are you about to say?
Well, here's my question. So, if they're going to lose $300 million and $300 million was their production to begin with, would it just been better for them just to shelf this movie from the very beginning rather than go through this whole thing and stretching it out for a year?
I don't think they could have. Because the impression I was getting is they had contractual obligations and other things that were keeping it in play.
Merchandise as well as track. Yeah, I'm guessing a whole bunch of stuff.
Didn't they spend a lot of money on promotion though?
Super Bowl.
And that's what I was just saying is, yeah, I think that basically they'll be lucky to make back their P&A costs at the end of the day.
See, I don't know what's worse, this movie or waiting for Netflix's One Piece.
But yeah, culture, before you take off on us, any more thoughts on the $300 million that Warner Brothers is going to probably eat over this?
It's not the
fiasco?
most it's not the most embarrassing thing that's going to happen to anybody in Hollywood this year. Disney's going to lose over $1 billion in theatrical releases this year.
Yeah, because Elemental is dying at the same time as this, right?
Yeah, I've got a video coming out tomorrow about Elemental, and it's not flattering.
I said this that 6 Disney movies over the last calendar year have lost well over $100 million each.
It's only
6.
money. Print some more.
Andy will bury everything on that.
Just print more.
Fire up the mimeograph.
Fire up the
We still
mimeograph.
don't even have Indiana Jones or the Marvels left.
You gotta lose harder. They're not doing hard, not losing hard enough. Lose harder.
They're looking like the 2016 lines right now, or
They're
2018
looking like 2016 Ghostbusters. What are you talking?
They're looking like the 2024 Oakland A's. Not there. Gone.
Well, go ahead, culture, because we got at least one more story I wanted to cover of the ones that 6 sent me here.
Hi.
We've covered
Take care,
none
brother.
of the story.
Well, this is the first one we're going to say.
Oh God, no!
Oh God. Okay, I'm definitely leaving now. Bye.
Are we wearing a dress in this one?
Okay, well, we got some good news, and part of that was a story I shared on my Twitter the other day. They had video out of the first table read of season 6, the final season of Cobra Kai. So that's underway, and now we're getting a better idea of what Sony's going to do with this so-called Karate Kid spin-off film. According to Joe Blow, anyway. And I heard this rumor last week, too, that they were in talks with Jackie Chan to return. New Karate Kid possible plot details emerge for the new film that sees the return of Jackie Chan's Mr. Han. Sony is playing this new Karate Kid-themed project close to the chest, but it could be more of a spin-off than a sequel. Cobra Kai Season 6 is delayed due to the writer's strike, but in the meantime, Sony is looking to reboot Karate Kid, which doesn't seem to be that delayed. They must have got the writing done before the strike. Franchise is in a surprise way. Last year, it was revealed that Sony set aside a date on their scheduled release for a new Karate Kid film set for summer of 2024. This came after the 5th season of Cobra Kai already had dropped on Netflix. Details are slowly revealed, largely due to who isn't involved with the new movie. Both Machio and the Cobra Kai creator Horowitz have stated they haven't been contacted to participate in the upcoming movie, nor do they even know what it is. Recently, it was reported that Jackie Chan, who starred in the 2010 remakes, was in talks to return in his role as Mr. Han in this film, which would make it a sequel to the remake. Now, There are new rumored details about what the film's plot may involve, according to industry insider Daniel Richman, how do you say that?
Rickman.
Via his popular Patreon. It's about a Chinese 16-year-old who studied at Jackie Chan's Kung Fu studio in China. His family moves to Brooklyn. He falls for a girl whose dad is a 35-year-old washed-up boxer who runs a pizza place. The kid trains the girl's dad for a comeback. So this is a reverse Creed? And they're looking at Sam Worthington for the dad. Of course, this is all rumor, but okay, so I want everybody's reaction to this.
Is everyone in Hollywood just a bunch of coke sniffing retards?
No, coke made them.
They used to be. Now we need to get them back, Jacob.
That's right.
This is
Now
fentanyl.
they're a bunch of
I thought it was
fart sniffing fucking trans fuckers. That's what they
I
are.
don't know. It's just like a broken pencil. It's pointless.
Every time I
Or
hear an
whatever
announcement,
you want to put in there.
every time I
Yeah,
hear an
it's
announcement
like-
like this, pretty much I hear Patton Oswalt talking. That's all I ever hear.
It's like, yeah, Cobra Kai has revived people's interest in the Karate Kid franchise. Let's bring back the one movie nobody liked.
That's true.
I do have a funny picture here. Did you for about One Piece too? I put it in the bottom for you guys because anime fans are going.
I do not care about One Piece, man.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
no,
I have
you're
zero
gonna like
fucks to give.
You're gonna like the picture though.
Zero fucks.
It's
to
going to
give
be
on this.
ring piece instead of One Piece, I think.
Why?
Whoa.
Because it's anime. He doesn't like anime.
Oh, I
It's a
thought
Netflix
Well,
adaptation.
the enemy's good.
I thought you meant the Twitter.
Oh, the Twitter thing I have at the bottom. It'll be funny.
What? I don't see nothing in here. All I see is that One Piece will be an abomination.
No, it's literally being shared.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I saw this. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm sorry.
I know. I put Bruno Mars' face on him. You can't even tell. Yeah, that's how bad it is. It's gonna be horrible.
It's going to be.
All right. Well, thanks for derailing my show for that. Anyway.
What were we
Yeah, I
talking
didn't
about
know.
again?
Yeah, exactly. I was in the middle of a fucking story
sorry.
here. Anyhow,
Karate Kid.
yeah. So who's excited to see Jackie Chan come back?
No.
He's still alive.
Is this supposed to be the precursor to get us hyped for Rush Hour 4 when that comes out in 5 years?
That's something I'd actually want to see, Jacob. They've been promising me a
Why?
Rush Hour 4 forever. I know I shouldn't, right? It's like an abusive relationship because 2 and 3 sucked.
Okay, come
But-
on now. You can't crap all over One Piece and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Rush Hour 4.
Well,
if we
I liked
get
the
another-
first one, and the second one was okay.
Hey, if we
You're
get
not
another-
wrong.
If we get another Rush Hour, we get another thong song. So I'm down for that.
What the fuck?
Cisco's. I think it was the first movie, or was it the second one?
I don't remember.
Wasn't the whole gig with like Jackie Chan is that he used to do his own stunts, but he's like 80 now. It's like
He's
He
Mr. Old
is
Guy. He
something
was
like
Mr.
that,
Nice
yeah.
Guy. Yeah.
Can he even do his own stunts anymore?
Can with a walker.
Well, here's the weird thing about this. I did not like the Kung Fu Kid. But of all the things in the movie, I didn't hate Jackie Chan's performance. I actually said that of all the things he'd ever done, that's probably the one thing he probably deserved an Oscar nomination for, which would have been ironic because that's what Pat Morita got nominated for, was playing Mr. Miyagi. Because he is the only good part about the film, if you ask me.
This movie is only a reminder that once upon a time Hollywood tried to make Jaden Smith a leading actor.
Right, exactly. But like his part of the story, Jacob, like they managed to take kind of a Miyagi-ish character, a Miyagi-ish story, but they made it all his own. And just the whole thing with the car and the way it panned out, that was good. But then the rest of the film lost me because, like, you're right. The rest of the movie was remember Karate the Kid, or remember the Karate Kid, and this is what we're going to do to keep reminding you and throwing it in your face, like the Child's Play remake. It's like, you know, you could have had a completely different story here or something in the same realm of instead and just did it that way. But you had to keep reminding the audience this is a Karate Kid remake instead of just being the Kung Fu Kid or whatever you wanted to call it. And considering the same studios put it out, just if you would have called it Kung Fu Kid, a Karate Kid spinoff, I don't think anybody would have gave a shit. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody would have cared at that point because the movie did make money.
Yeah. You should have just had Drunken Master 2 and just give Jaden Smith a bunch of liquor and see what happened.
He's the worst part in the whole movie because
That's the
first
whole
of all,
point.
he can act, but it's not even just the fact that he can't act. they went and took a story that's clearly made for a teenager and tried to conform it to like, what is he, 10 in the movie?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's not even. It's like literally a kid. It's like no. The culture shock of a kid is not going to be as detrimental to a 10-year-old that it's going to be to a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old.
Maybe
Right?
this whole Tom, maybe this whole movie pretense for Jaden, if Jaden is coming back, is just so his mom can get more dates.
Oh, I think it's basically what we're hearing here is Jaden is not coming back. Is what the point of this
I
is.
think his mom is.
Yeah,
he's not gonna get
Jaden Smith is so terrible. He tanked his father's career while simultaneously.
You know, Six, do you have any thoughts on this?
I don't care if it's not
Yeah.
in the same realm as the Cobra Kai TV show. Then I'm not really interested.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, let's move. Oh, go ahead, Steven.
I was gonna say,
We
so
got some
wax
super
on,
chats.
remake off.
I hope
Exactly.
not. They were going to make a sequel to that years ago, and Jackie Chan's character was supposed to get killed in the first act.
What?
And the whole story was supposed to be about Jaden Smith getting revenge on, like, the Yakuza or whatever.
He's Rambo now. Oh, God.
Waltman with $4.99 says Bethesda released a 45-minute rundown video on Starfield. That being said, recent thing was the proper smartwatch collector's edition sold out.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this Starfield thing until you guys brought it up today.
Picture Fallout in space. They did. It was during the Summer Game Fest. I think they did an expo of it. It looks good, and they had a custom watch that you usually wear in game as I think a pre-order bonus if you grabbed it. But then again, it's also Todd Howard, and we all know what happened. Fallout 76.
Indeed.
Joshua Hammond's in the house. How you doing? Josh says it's hero time. Ben 10 reference. Also, hi Six Hearts.
Hi, Joshua.
Hi Joshua.
Hi,
Scott
Joshua.
Hughes says, have you seen Retroblasting's custom Lego tank from Last Crusade? I have not yet.
Wow.
Or his Well of Souls kit bash from Raiders where he combined 4 standard kits. No, I have not. I do know Michael though, so shout out to Michael and Retroblasting. Check out the channel. I have to catch up on some of his latest videos. It's been a while. I think I haven't even seen one of his last Man Baby News, which is like one of my favorite things he does.
I have something for Orbots. Here you go. Oh wait, it's on the other mic. Never mind, I screwed up. Fucking hell.
I'm sure it would have been epic.
Freezer Man sends in 220 Canadian, with the translation to American, is that a toonie? About 20 cents difference, maybe?
That's YouTube taxing.
Yeah. But thank you, Freezer Man. Doesn't say anything, but just sent in the donation. We appreciate the support. Space Monkey says, my favorite is sci-fi horror. The Thing, Event Horizon, Alien, Aliens. Have all the good movies already been made? Sad Dead Space was never realized. They did do like an animated thing for Dead Space.
Two or three. Yeah, there's two or three
couple,
animated films. Yeah.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Well, and you're going to get 2 different Alien projects coming up here. You've got the TV series on Hulu, I believe, and then Ridley Scott's threatened to make another movie. So,
Oh, God,
How
no.
old is he?
Retire.
162.
That's about what I thought.
He's a replicant.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not a replicant of his brother. Is that a better joke than the wrong kid died? I think so.
Oh my God, he's 85.
Yeah, I said he's old as fuck.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't
hell,
think he's ever been
Arnold
young.
Schwarzenegger can ride the Terminator train for one more movie. Why not?
You think he's really going to make one more, or are you just referring to the last one?
I mean, when are they ever going to stop?
He's going to hire Daniel Gillismith.
I think they're going to take a little break, and I know they are trying to develop something, but I don't think Arnold's going to be involved. I think that interview he had recently, where that was him pretty much saying that, yeah, he's done with Terminator. And I don't think they want him back any more than he wants to go back. Yeah. And it's not his fault either. It's the fact of the writing and shit. Because they had every element they needed in the last movie for it to be a hit. And they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Why can't
Apparently,
this guy anymore?
Jackie Chan is doing a Chinese action film with John Cena that's due out in a couple months too. So
I
that.
vaguely remember hearing some about him doing a movie with John China.
John Taiwan.
Freezer Man. Well, this is what he meant to. I bet meant to send for 550 Canadian. Happy Father's Day, Tom. Well, hello and thank you for that, and happy Father's Day to you. Because I see you have an 11-year-old here. Thank you for sparing me from the Flash. You're welcome. My 11-year-old loved Transformers, and why does Hollywood hate Gen Xers so much? I do not know. They will use us to, because all the stuff that they're using right now to make money off of, most of it comes from our era. Not all of it, because obviously a lot of the comics come from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. But like the 80s is like, and 90s are a lot of Ninja Turtles and TMNT or Transformers and all that kind of stuff.
It's funny that you mentioned this because the Jennifer Lawrence movie that comes out this week was it No Hard Feelings. It's essentially supposed to be like a throwback 1980s sex comedy, but with like a feminist bent. But the problem is that you've been telling audiences for like 50 years that these type of movies were problematic, that they shouldn't be made. So you try to aim it towards feminists, but they don't like the movie based on that. Then obviously you're not going to get any of people who actually liked 1980s sex comedies. So it's like, who did you make this movie for?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Chris Gore.
Good luck, Chris.
Did you see his review of it? He liked it. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it.
You get full frontal Jennifer Lawrence, I guess.
Yeah,
that must be why.
Definitely do.
Again.
Did you see it, Jacob?
Again.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like it either. I think I gave it like a 2 out of 5 or somewhere in there. So
yeah, I don't know.
Out of all the other movies I watched,
facetious, but he didn't.
Out of all the other movies that I watched this weekend, it's still probably the best thing I've seen.
It sent them down a conversation about the 80s sex comedies, which, like I said off in the chat, I'm like, yeah, those were basically like the same thing as Friday the 13th, only cheaper in some ways. A little bit, sometimes a little bit more, depending on what they were doing, because either it was usually set at some place where it was cheap to shoot, like a Friday the 13th, like a summer camp or a beach resort or something like that. The resorts and stuff could possibly get a little pricey depending on where you're shooting, like, you know, Florida or wherever. But yeah, they were usually, that's where like Johnny Depp and Tom Cruise, their first movies after like Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp was in some like, was it Spring Break or something like that it was called? I can't even remember now. It was in one of those teen sex comedies. Same thing with Tom Cruise. I can't remember the name of that one either. But yeah, they're both very similar. They're all the same movie, right? They're basically Porky's Ray-Do. They're a group of teenagers trying to get laid, and it's either
if you want to watch a bunch
weekend or whatever. Yeah.
If you want to watch a bunch of 80s sex comedies, just watch Tubi. They're all on there.
Yep.
Are they?
Oh yeah, that Tubi has all that old crap.
I'm waiting for that documentary, Weekend at Bernie's 3, and it's just going through Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's
okay, Losing It. That was the Tom Cruise one. Private Resort was the Johnny Depp one.
What was the Tom Hanks one? Wasn't he in one?
Oh yes,
Bachelor Party or something.
Well, Bachelor Party was a little later, but didn't he do another one too?
I thought he did.
That?
Didn't he do one? Yeah,
I'm not sure. And then of course American Pie was paying homage to those much later. Because that was not advertised. I remember when American Pie came out, they advertised it like a gross out comedy. And when after I walked out of it, I'm like, this ain't no gross out comedy. This is Porky's. I said, this is Porky's with even more of a heart. And I remember like saying like they really misrepresented that movie, but I was glad it still did well at the end of the day because they made it all about the pie fucking scene. I'm like, that's one fucking bit in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. And Jackie Chan and Cena come out July 6th.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Here in China.
American Pie is a little generic, but yeah, this Jennifer Lawrence, I think it feels like almost like that, only for Jennifer Lawrence. So one of those kind of movies, yeah. Which I'm not against it, but I'm not a big fan of hers. Because like every time I bring up like Margot Robbie or certain other actresses, Script Doctor and other people are like, oh, she's not a star. She can't do it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I feel the same way about Jennifer Lawrence. I'm like, why is she such a big deal? Name me one thing that she's been in that wasn't X-Men that really was big. I don't get it.
Like I said, she got the push from being one of Harvey Weinstein's alleged flings, and then propelled immediately into the Hunger Games franchise.
Oh, that's right. Her other claim to fame was Hunger Games. I always forget about that because I didn't watch that garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that the second one was the only good Hunger Games movie out of the entire series. So
yeah, she was in a few movies like American Hustle and some other things, I suppose. Fair enough. Winter's Bone. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going.
Really tried with her 10 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got
Oops, you're fine. We're in the same place there. Toxic Man Flu has been a member for 16 months. Hey, Toxic, you know you got the link, brother. You could just come on. Culture has balls. Well, he's got balls to try and go streaming now because I think he's live here soon.
I think that's what he was trying to sniff in his undies.
Yeah, in about 3 minutes, he's going to be live. Kenneth LaRock has been a member for 23 months. Thank you so much. Pilgrim Media. What?
You still got 20 minutes, Tom, for that intro, so you're good.
That's true. That's true.
I love that song, though.
Yeah, I'll get stuck in your fucking head. Pilgrim Media says, Tom, when you talk, I hear Arnold. You hear Arnold? Why? Do I really sound that much like Arnold?
Do it.
Do it. Do it now. Get to the chopper. Toxic Man Flu says, please do not show Culture's ball shorts. No, don't do it. Nobody wants to see that. You're going to kill people. What's wrong with you?
Can you do Arnold running?
Running what?
You should ask Culture if his underwear smells like corn chips or Funyuns.
It
They
smells
smell like
gay.
Funyuns. It smells like tacos. I like Mexicans.
Too much.
Nope.
Paint Chip says, I totally forgotten about those Jaws cards, Tom. I started having moments of soul-churning memory assault. That's the hopes of this show or the series is I hope it brings in the nostalgia, you know, the kids of our era and all that kind of business. So it's sad we only got Jaws 2 and 3, but yeah. Screw you movies. Yeah, oh my god, the cock. Yes. Toxic Man Flu says, I smelled those, the internet. Smell those through the internet. Well, they probably smell like corn chips. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, Kung Fu Kid was lame. Bad Jackie Chan movie. Sad. I didn't hate Jackie Chan in the movie, but I did hate the movie overall. And Mecha J says, as long as Jaden Smith doesn't return, then I have no real complaints if it's true. There's slight potential there, but I don't want him to go away from the Miyagi verse. That's what I'm afraid of. Mr. Tickle Trunk, I've been here for 24 months. That's 2 years. Happy anniversary, Mr. TT. Irate Specialist says, Multiverse Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso, and Pre and Dre Parker. Ugh. Why did I can't say anything tonight? I do not know. Must team up with to beat Vegito. Who's Vegito? In an all-out karate Muay Thai tournament. Did I say that right? Muay Thai? Muay Thai? Vegeta? Who's Vegeta?
It's Dragon Ball Z. It's anime.
Oh, I thought it was like a vegetarian Dorito.
Yeah.
Or
Larry
vegan.
Loveridge says, brief Tom cameras, no one on camera, lacking depth.
Nope.
Cryptic.
I think he wants us on camera more. But who wants to look at this? I have a face for radio.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope.
I'm not dressed for it.
Six
Then-
don't wear clothes.
Then switch the camera on. Oh
The
my
ball
God.
has shown up.
Yes. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Nice. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to mute you guys over there because I was listening.
That's what this
Oh, you're
means.
hearing
This
doubles.
means
I
doubles.
know
You're hearing
IR
doubles.
no
You're hearing
streaming
doubles.
works stuff.
That'll like make you trip out and have an acid trip if you left it on.
That's not-
I
that
just kept
is no
saying it
problem.
and saying it. It would have been like doubled on, doubled on, doubled
Yes.
on.
Wait, how do
doubled on.
you mute another stream?
Nope.
He means he was watching this stream.
I was
that we're
watching the
on.
stream on
Yeah.
in a browser and I just turned it off.
Oh, I thought you were backstage
yeah.
on Cultures.
And that's why I was trying to fuck with his head and going like saying the same thing over and over again.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Because then it'll start doubling and tripling and quadrupling over on itself, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Now the
Anyway.
culture ball thing really threw me off, so I just had to.
It threw us all off. It threw us for a
Please,
loop.
let's not. I'm gonna have to clip it now.
I'm clipping it.
Are you
You
clipping his
know, and I
balls?
know, and we all know he
I
was
called it
wearing those,
first.
right? That's what took him so long to come
If
back.
you want
It's
him
for my
saying,
private
"Oh my
collection,
God, the
then.
cock," if you want that audio, I will give it to you.
No, I want you to.
Well, you have the video now. You can just put it over there. You know, just
Yeah,
like,
just
oh
do
my
that.
God, the cock.
Toxic, can you put his face over top of that video that Tom uses? It goes, I was molested the little boys.
And when he leans in to sniff them, like kind of slow that down a little bit.
I got molested in a little boy's room.
Put Culture's head
Damn.
on that.
Ouch.
That's the only known footage of toxic man flu in real life.
That's true.
That was from 30 years ago, but yeah.
It was me 30 years ago. Things are
That was when he
a little
was
bit bigger
younger
now.
and looked a lot like Steve Gutenberg. Monkey Jeebus, even though he's not, spent a minimum effort puppy for 10 months. Thank you so much, Monkey Jeebus. How you doing, buddy? Aurora Uplinks is a minimum effort puppy. A minimum effort puppy.
Minimum puppy effort.
Ooh.
MIP.
Members stream. Yes. I will bug Andre some more. But with that, we're caught up on the super chats. And I guess Culture is getting ready to go live. Is that the case?
Hey, we got 17
I'm gonna
minutes.
hop over there. Yeah, his opening just started, so we've got like
you got like 20
day.
minutes.
We got good 20 minutes.
Day.
Oh wait, does anyone have that? Does anyone have the sound clip of the trumpet? You know the trumpet, the sad trumpet, dun, 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 where, like you're sinking, and just
Okay,
play that
this
when
one.
you enter his room. Yeah.
I got that. Or, I
The
got-
Looney Tunes one.
or what do you mean?
You know the one where they usually when the boat sinks and they just start playing the song as it sinks. I can't remember the name of that trumpet.
Taps?
I think so.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
Taps?
dun.
Yeah, play that when you're entering after his intro ends.
No, in all culture streams, I'm now entering with this. For many reasons. It coated the inside of my mouth. It was the most disgusting thing I had ever smelled. He warned us all, but he didn't warn us enough. That's all I'm saying.
The old man fart?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lord.
It was like someone had not washed their balls for 40 years and then just unzipped their pants. It was awful.
Was it like a dust cloud, like ramped up Munster after he screws up?
No, it was completely invisible. That's just the evil, sneaky part of it. So
I don't know. Maybe if you held up a black light, you might have been able to see something.
I think the black light.
I did not want to hold up a black light in the place.
And
of
actually,
these doubts.
I just want to address this real quick, Clayton. I did know this story, and yes, it's true. He didn't read the script until the day on the set, the day before on the set, and or after or whatever, because he had talked to the actor who played Zod, Terrence Howard, and he's like, I didn't read the script. I was like, what? You didn't read the script? Why not? Well, it might be shit. So, and I really need the money. That's what he said to him. And so the next day he read the script and he goes up to Donner and he goes, this is a fucking Valentine.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, and he invited the press on the set and all that kind of stuff. So
Which
yeah,
movie was that?
Superman the movie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Because he
He was
didn't
in a-
want to really be in it.
What was the movie he was in with Johnny Depp?
Don Juan DeMarco.
Don Juan DeMarco. I thought that was a good film.
Yeah, it's an overlooked Johnny film, definitely. But all right, let's wrap this up so Culture can have his show. Thank you so much, guys. What do you got going on, Steven?
I'm currently waiting for Culture's intro to end. And then tomorrow, I don't know. It's the countdown to Final Fantasy. I think we're in this week.
It's the final countdown.
Thank you, Six. And happy Father's Day.
Yeah, you too. If you are one. 70s. What you got going on?
I have a show tomorrow where my special guest is metal and rock vocalist Graham Bonnet, who you can hear singing, obviously, the big Rainbow hit Since You've Been Gone, currently
Since You've
revived
Been
by
Gone.
Guardians 3.
Since
That's
you've
Graham on the vocals there.
And this is a live thing, or is this going to be pre-recorded?
This is on my live show tomorrow.
Okay,
at
live show.
4 p.m. Mountain
Yeah,
time.
and I told you my question for him is just ask him the story of how, if he was involved at all on this song being put on the soundtrack, if they got a
I
phone call
will
or anything
indeed.
like that, or anything like that.
Given it's probably the biggest commercial success he was ever
Yeah.
involved with, that will definitely be discussed. But yeah, we'll talk about lots of
Yeah.
other great stuff in his career. Bands like Alcatraz, Michael Schenker Group, and various other.
Well, it's one of
wonderful
those songs that gets revived every few years, right? Like I'm trying to remember what it was about 10 years, 15 maybe years ago. It was either in a commercial or used in
Yeah.
another movie, and I'm trying to remember because I used to play it
It
quite
has
often when I would
been
DJ.
Yeah, it's an absolute classic, written by a guy called Russ Ballard. Who
Yeah,
wrote
they
a
aren't
lot
even
of-
the original ones who did it, right?
No,
but it's
Russ
kind of sort
Ballard
of.
wrote and recorded it originally. He's a great songwriter. Did a lot of great hits in the 70s. He was in a band called Argent.
That's right. Yes,
Hold your
Argent.
head up. And God Gave Rock and Roll to You. He wrote that
God
and
gave
recorded
rock and roll.
long before
to
Bill and
you.
Ted.
Bill and
Yes.
Ted. Oh, that
Yeah.
Bill and Ted though, man, that's what's song.
Yeah. So
Brian,
anyway,
you said 4:00. What time zone?
4 p.m. Mountain Time.
Mountain, I was gonna say,
tomorrow
yeah.
my show starts. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It's a guy I've got a lot of his material by and seen him live. So very excited to talk to him.
Mom in my head. That song is such a fucking earworm.
It's catchy.
It is one of my guilty pleasure songs.
Indeed.
On
Toxie.
my playlist. I get it on my playlist.
What do you got
Culture's-
coming up besides Culture Stream, obviously?
Culture Stream. Yeah, we're going to be on Culture Stream. We have MagTech Max is going to be on Yelling at Park Cars tomorrow. And then X-Ray Girl is going to be joining us Thursday. We're going to talk this wonderful J-Law film that's coming out. It's a story of love and I believe some kind of molestation, but I'm not sure. And we're going to talk about that Thursday. So-
I got molested in the little boy's room.
My balls.
Is it about that?
Yeah, something about like that. Only with J-Law, because she did it first.
Well, she always does everything first. Jacob. Or did you have anything else, Doxy? Sorry.
Oh, just happy Father's Day to fathers out there.
Yeah, I forgot to say,
And,
Brian. I think you're a dad, so happy Father's Day. And
Oh, well, I am. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes.
So my parents are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and there was a tornado that went through there. They've still got about 180,000 people without power. They're going to be without power for about 5 days or so in 100-degree temperatures.
Holy
so,
shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people down in that area that I know, and I've been seeing a lot of the damage and stuff. There were some people hurt. So if you are of faith, prayers and stuff will be appreciated by that. Fortunately, the church that they live right down from has power, so they and a bunch of other people will be able to get over there.
They might want to, you might want to help them invest in a
generator.
Yeah, we talked about all that.
Because, I mean, a lot of people don't realize how rough it is until you actually lose power for more than a couple hours. And it's...
Yeah, they lost it for 9 days once. They had ice, and it pulled the power lines out of the house.
We had something similar to that 1 year. It was really fucked up because not only... It was like we were having major ice, so like our plumbing had frozen up.
Oh.
And then the power had gone out for like a day or two. And that was just for 2 days, like a day and a half or so. And that was hell. I can't imagine what it's like if it goes out for more than that long. Like I was just thinking that I'm like, God, I can't believe the people have to deal with this shit. When
it's gonna be out for multiple days. I have friends and stuff in the same boat and stuff out there, and unfortunately, my parents are wonderful people and have a huge support group around them of people that love them to death. So
yeah, we're used to that in the wintertime too, because like a lot of times you
yeah.
get plows that hit fucking power lines, or they'll hit something without paying attention, and
that stuff happens. But
or the
just,
other one
if
is
you're
still gets so much ice on them that it
yeah.
actually pulls them down. So yeah, but all right, 6 has to pee. So what do you got going on, 6? Hey, I had to pee earlier. We all have to pee. Everything poops. Remember, even celebrities poop, according to Chris Gore. And that might be one of the books that I reviewed.
Even Olivia Newton-John pooped.
She did at one time, yes.
Hey, Jennifer Lawrence was the first to poop. Thank you.
I lived 3 houses down from Olivia Newton-John for 8 years.
Wow.
Who did?
I did.
That's cool. I lived down the street from Elton John's Canadian
I'm
property.
surprised it took her that long to move. Toxic. But...
Yeah, she didn't know I was there.
You never knocked on her door to borrow a hoe or something?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry,
I never did
Stephen,
that.
I interrupted you there. Sorry.
It's okay. I got to hear oh. It's all good.
Midnight's Edge tomorrow. Who's the special guest, Tom?
Steven.
Tom.
Have to wait for 2 seconds. Eric July is supposed to be there.
Yeah, Midnight's Edge in the morning at noon Eastern. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Oh, Culture Show, I guess.
Is that started yet?
If there's
Yeah, I'm gonna drop and go over there because I think he's on with a puppet.
Well, he is the co-host.
Please tell me it's not his own sock. Please.
After seeing those shorts, Jesus.
Those are underwear, so those aren't shorts. Jacob, what you got going on?
Tomorrow we'll be talking about The Flash, The Blackening, and Extraction 2 with a show. Myself, Rick Aragon, Christian Toto, Mexican Iron Man, a few other people will be on tomorrow night. Tuesday, Barroom Podcast, episode 53, coming up this Tuesday. And then this Friday night on Rumble and Kick, we're going to be doing a movie night, and we're watching Rolling Thunder, 1977. So
Nice.
Oh, that's an awesome fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob, have you discussed the Squid Game season 2 trailer yet with anybody?
No, I gotta be honest with you. I saw the first season of Squid Games, and it just wasn't for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm very excited for it. I'm excited.
How does it feel, Jacob, to be streaming on Kick with Amaranth?
Oh, it feels great. What did the guy say on Red Alert Media? How's it feel to see everything you love die in front of your face? It feels great.
Are you showering with her yet, though?
No. I don't think anyone wants to see my tits. So,
Are you taking turns on the inflatable pickle?
No. We're just gonna wait for the hot tubs.
That's in the
great. But I mean, if they want to be the new Twitch, then they're gonna have to bring on all the Twitch thoughts too. So I'll just stay
Amaranth
on.
and XQC. They already did.
Yeah, I'll just have to stay on the gambling side of things with the poker people. So
They're sponsored by gambling.
Oh yeah.
Back to you.
All right. Well, let's go give Culture a pity watch. I might stop now.
We love you a long time. We love you a long time, Tom.
All right. See you guys over there.
Yeah.
This will lead. There's the links in the chat. I forgot. I don't know if I said it.
Has he started his outro yet? Because it lasted about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours. I forgot.
Oh,
I forgot to even.
actually has time.
Wow, we're not even getting paid tonight, guys. I forgot to even put the monetization.
Oh
on this.
my god!
Going into culture is way better than coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hold on. That was well deserved.
The gift bag is just 2 balls.
All right, there we go. We're all set up. All right, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll catch you on the flip side there.